Yo, what's good game world? Welcome to another urban gameplay video where I'm going to be revealing the greatest basketball games that I have ever played over the past 20 years or so. As you can imagine, there has been so many basketball games released over the past 20 years, so in order to produce a varied or a diverse list, I have only selected one game from a franchise that has multiple title releases. I'm gonna keep it real, I'm a massive fan of arcade style basketball games rather than the simulated version of a basketball game, so I know this list is definitely gonna annoy a few hardcore basketball fan gamers out there, but hey, as always this is my list, so if you don't agree with what I've put here, feel free to place your list in the comments below and we can definitely debate over all of them. All in all, the 5 basketball games that I've chosen are solid games that I've had the most fun playing over the years, and believe me when I say the great memories that these games have attached to them are phenomenal. Anyway, no time for more talking, let's get to it and let's reveal what I consider my top 5 basketball games of all time. Claiming the number 5 position is College Hoops 2K8. This is a really cool basketball game. Some would argue that NCAA Basketball 10 is way better in terms of graphics, but I feel that the gameplay of College Hoops 2K8 is so solid in comparison, and that is why this stole my number 5 position. The game is quite difficult to master, but it is well rewarding, and if you love any form of college basketball games, then you'd absolutely be a major fan of this game. It's a real cool title, and definitely one of my favorite basketball games of all time. Claiming position number 4 is NBA Live 2000. NBA Live 2000 is still one of my favorite from the NBA Live series. EA did a phenomenal job with this game. Looking back at the graphics today, it isn't the best, but trust me, back in the days when this game was released, it's arguably one of the finest graphics you would ever witness for a basketball game, especially on the PS1. The N64 version of it was probably a little bit better in my opinion, but trust me, either way, whatever console you had this game on, you still had hours of fun. With so many modes to keep you occupied for so long, the longevity of this game was remarkable. One of my favorite features was the Michael Jordan challenge, and trust me, this game will forever live with me. Probably one of the classic EA games of all time. Taking the number 3 position is NBA 2K11. NBA 2K11 is still one of the finest and definitely one of my favorite NBA 2K games to date. This game had so many exceptional features to it, and trust me, the expectations before this game was released was remarkable, and when it came out, it definitely exceeded all the expectations that was asked of this game. It was a steep learning curve, I'm not gonna lie. I struggled trying to get the master of this game, but after you actually mastered all the moves possible, this was definitely one of the most fun basketball games you kind of played of recent time. I think the concept of bringing Michael Jordan back in was so amazing, and the Jordan challenge was really cool. All in all, this is a massive basketball game and one for the history books. In at number 2, NBA Jam. It will be so impossible for me to have a basketball game list and not mention NBA Jam in my top 5. NBA Jam is certainly one of the first basketball games that I've ever played. There's been so many variations of NBA Jam that has been released over the past few years on multiple consoles. Even on the 360, there was one that was released a couple of years ago. For me, the original is definitely the best. I remember me and my cousin used to rinse this game continuously back on the Sega Mega Drive back in the days, and the fun memories of this game is just remarkable. Anyone who experienced playing this game back in 1993, whether it was on the Super Nintendo or the Sega Mega Drive, would be able to relate to everything I say about this game. This game is definitely a top pick for all true basketball fans out there, with all the epic phrases such as boom shakalaka, he's on fire, or he put up a brick was just mesmerizing to hear back in the days. Some retro gamers would argue this should actually be at number 1, and in some cases it might be even difficult to argue against that. One thing for sure is that this is an all-time classic. Taking my number 1 position is NBA Street Volume 2. Without doubt, NBA Street Volume 2 is definitely the greatest basketball game that I've ever played. As I said before, I am more of a fan of the arcade style basketball game rather than the simulated style version of a basketball game. And what I loved about NBA Street Volume 2 was the basketball game actually removed all the boring rules and just kept the gameplay flowing smoothly. Trust me, the exceptional commentating from DJ Cucumber Slice turned this game from a fantastic game to a phenomenal title. The soundtrack is another fantastic addition to the game. This is probably one of the finest soundtracks that I've ever heard in any video game period. Real old school hip hop tracks playing whilst you're dunking a ball is nothing short of outstanding. Yo, when I first heard Pete Rock and CL Smooth, They Reminisce Over You, was the day when I officially said, hands down, NBA Street Volume 2 is the greatest basketball game that I've ever played. This is certainly one game that would always be in my heart as one of my favorite titles across all franchise of gaming, not just sports titles. This is definitely one game that I'd also love to see a HD remake for, as I don't recall having this much fun playing a basketball game since this game was released. EA released a couple of NBA Streets after NBA Streets Volume 2, and I would still argue that this is definitely the best out of the whole series of NBA Street games in total. I would love to see a HD remake of NBA Streets Volume 2 released either on the Xbox One or PS4, but who knows what the future holds. Anyway peeps, thanks for taking the time out to watch my top 5 basketball games of all time. If you like this video and want more exceptional gaming videos, please subscribe, like and comment below, and even let me know what your favorite basketball games of all time were. Until next urban gameplay video, peace out.